Hello there, Scorpio. My name's Frankie, and I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient, medium, and an empath. This reading's going to be for Scorpio for June of 2017. What I've done here is pulled 4 cards for the month. I'm going to use the bottom card as an overall view for the month, and we'll pull Angel card at the end of the reading to hopefully bring everything together. Now, I don't think these cards are going to go week by week. I think they'll blend in and out throughout the month because I kind of figure that's the way it goes for me. Now, what I've done, I'm not an astrologer, so the astrology for the month I've looked up for us, and it's going to be in our 8th house, and that is jointly held funds, estate and tax matters, resources, and your savings, and all of your private transactions, and sex and insurance matters, and legal things, and wills, and trusts, and inheritance, and all kinds of things like that. But while I was reading up on it, I saw that it is the house of Scorpio, so it's in the 8th house, and that house belongs to Scorpio. But anybody who wants to know more about astrology, I always go look at Veroush, Veroosh. She simplifies the astrological part for me so I can understand it a little bit better. So I go over there if I need to know anything about astrology. Now, I'm an empath, so I have a speech pattern. So when you hear me say, I, everyone out there, now a Scorpio, that is a Scorpio, is now a Scorpio named Frankie. I speak as if I'm you. Now, Spirit's given us some words for the month, and looks like it's going to be a pretty interesting month, Scorpio. We have creativity, tenderness, efficiency, and I got a feeling that might have something to do with our work. Wisdom, surrender, and transformation. And I think the transformation card may be one of the most important ones to us, because we have a card actually in here out of the 5 cards that's going to point towards transformation. Our first card, is the King of Swords here. I don't know if I can get the glare off of here for you. We've been having a lot of rain, and it's a dreary outside, but the light's kind of dark in here. The King of Swords, if it is a person in our life, it could be an air sign: Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. It doesn't have to be a man. These are general readings, so consider that. We're going to have to place this reading in whatever area of our lives where it belongs. So I advise you to look at your moon sign and your rising sign also. Get a more comprehensive view. Now, if this is a person in our lives, male or female, they would have those qualities of air, but it would be like someone who was very mental. No, and I don't mean crazy Scorpio. I mean had that ability, like a counselor, a professional, um, lawyer, military officer, someone like that, that would think very quickly, use their mind and facts and logic to make the decisions. Maybe it's someone that's around us, during this month. Maybe some of us we're going to, maybe we're surrendering, and this might be a divorce or something, during this time. Maybe that's what our word surrender means. But let's say it this way. If this isn't a person, right? Maybe we're being called on this month, Scorpio, to have that clear thinking ability. This is someone with power and authority that is not afraid to use it. So maybe we're being called to step up, and remember, he's a sword. If there's something that is hindering him or holding him back, him or her, in any way, shape, or form, they hold that sword and they are not afraid to use it. So with wisdom, with our word wisdom, what Spirit's telling me is, don't be afraid to use this sword if it is something that's holding you back. The other thing they're telling me with this, with that word authority, um, I know it's going to sound a little out of context, but when it comes to something that is personal, private, financial transactions, I'd want to be sure that the people around me were extremely trustworthy also. I wouldn't want to go having someone watch me while I'm making my transactions. And there's a strong feeling if this has anything to do with finances, there's a very strong feeling around making sure, making sure that what I am buying, purchasing, coming into contact with, like if it is a person, make sure it has a value. Make sure it has a value. Now, I don't know why Spirit's telling us that, but they're telling it to us for, obviously, for a particular reason. And we're going to want to watch that. So they're asking us to evaluate everything, whether it's a new relationship, an old relationship, a financial transaction, something we're going to buy, they're saying pay attention. Pay attention to anything with finances. Pay attention to our accounts. If we're going to buy something, make sure it's valued at what we are paying for it. That's using our wisdom too. If this is a person, because this is going to come down in a different area of each one of our lives, we would know that this person would be able to protect us. If it's, let's say it's a new relationship, they'd be able to stand up for us, protect us. If it was a lawyer, they would be a good lawyer. If we, make sure they're valuable. I'd check out the credentials or whatever. If we're going through a divorce, we're having to start over again. We're going to have to do it in the most efficient manner possible. This person can check the facts and the facts only, right? And, maybe we've went as far as we could if it's a relationship. Maybe if it's at work, this person is our boss. And perhaps they're in that position of power and authority, and maybe they're going to give us a promotion because we are creative. Or perhaps they're getting too authoritarian and we're saying, I'm out of here, I'm creative, I can make my own way. And I could make my own way because they're saying to us, they just said to me, pay attention to the value. Pay attention to the value of any projects I get involved in. Pay attention to the value if I'm going through a divorce and perhaps it's alimony coming in, pay attention that I get what it is my due. As Scorpios, we can be very, very secretive, but sometimes we come out at the wrong time and share the information with the wrong person because inside we're usually very trusting and, loyal, tender. That's the piece that most people don't quite get about us because we're usually pretty closed mouth, but we'll do anything for you if you are doing right by us. And no matter if we're surrendering and throwing in the towel or not, our very first card here is pointing towards transformation because we have the Page of Pentacles. And to me, Frankie, Pentacles are money. No matter how we put it, it's material, earth, plane, goods. So even if we're watching things, watching our accounts or whatever, we're not going to be selfish or possessive or secretive or depend on others because we have a good news message. This page carries a message about some kind of component coming into my life that's going to manifest in the physical plane that is good, and it's involved around money. This, if you look at him, if you can see, see him. Can't see very clearly, but he's always usually looking at his pentacle. He has his pentacle presented out in front of him like, look, I have money. They call it the card of the scholar. It's like the scholar that's on so intent on their studies that they're oblivious to everything else, right? So I think maybe in one way they're telling us to be so intent on our pentacles that we're not blowing it in the wrong manner, because they're asking us to value things, see the value of before we purchase this, before we step into the relationship, see the value of it. And another thing with this, looking at these other cards here, if the word creativity, if you have something that is a project going, you know, that you're ready to manifest or move forward on or step forward in maybe entrepreneurship or something, some of us may be doing that. This card shows us, yes, it's the right thing to do. It's going to bring us, security, finances. In that it says to keep our focus on the pentacle, actually, and the facts only, with this King of Swords here. Keeping our focus could be important, and keeping our lip zipped when it comes to things that should not be shown to others, right? If we had that project, we wouldn't want to reveal anything about it too early. There would be a reasoning behind this, and to be careful who we revealed it to. This is really, an excellent, excellent card, but it also tells me to keep focused and don't depend on others for, like the generosity or the that somebody's going to give us something just cause, don't depend on that. We're efficient, we're Scorpio, we're creative, we're intuitive, we have all those things. And they're saying we have a lot of knowledge also, even though a pentacle is young. Now if this was a person, and it will be male or female, like I said, it would be the sun signs would be, my brain went out again. It would be earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, that may be around us. It doesn't have to be. Perhaps this is somebody we might want to work with, but they're saying keep that focus on these things, because we're coming into, it's like, I don't know, we're coming into a rebuilding thing, like a rebuilding period of our lives, where things that we thought were all calm and stable and perfect and wonderful can change at any given moment. And we have to be the person that will transform and go with the flow, go with the flow, move forward past it, because we're the ones with the capacity. We have high intuition, and our next card here is the Temperance card. And this shows me that we can blend the elements. So blending oil and water, blending that which is of the spiritual realm and bringing it through us, and blending it with, like this Page of Pentacles, in a creative manner to transform something, blending elements that would not mix. We can transform it because we have this Temperance card. We are totally, with the Temperance card, we are in balance. We are in balance. So use your creativity to see the value in the people, the value in the things I'm going to buy, the value in my money, my funds, my accounts, like that. See the value. Do we need to increase that value? And they're saying some of us do. Some of us do. So use this Temperance card to manifest that which we require to transform our lives. So if we're in the middle of, say, this is or the King of Swords character here, right, is a relationship that we're severing the ties on. We have the ability to keep our focus on the Page of that money situation, right? And bring forward with that temperance the manifestation of what we require when we move away from this situation. Maybe he's the job, maybe he's the relationship, maybe he's the friendship. Maybe I was lending a lot to a friend and it's not coming back, you know? Now's the time to call in the chips. But they are telling us something's going to transform dramatically in our lives, and we're good at that. We're good at that. So we're really good if we pay attention to going with the flow and we pay attention to what we're being told inside. Because our next card here, if I don't throw it up on the floor, our next card here, boy, that glare really is bad, isn't it? Let me see if I can get it. I can't, and I have it upside down. That's not going to help anyhow because it's right side up. Is the Ace of Cups. And that's an excellent card. It's for new love. It can be a new idea that comes into us, a new birth of a new child, but it's got emotional component behind it that is very good for us. A new beginning, a fresh start. So if we're using this temperance card to manifest, if we think about this, this would be our, oh God, I can't get it off of there for you guys, but this is a hand coming out of the clouds. That's the hand of Source or the hand of God, whatever you want to call it, coming out of the clouds. And here's the Spirit. Fill that cup with what it is that you want, because it's being offered to us for something fresh, something new. So if things that we thought were really stable start to rock and roll for us this month, ride it out and keep in your mind at all times, what is it I want, not what is it I don't want. Remember that, Scorpio, because this could be like a new proposal of love. It can be a new idea that popped in our head for a creative endeavor, right? That's going to transform everything for us. But Spirit's telling me, because we got that word surrender in there and this next card here, and they said, if it's a project we're working on, don't reveal it like too soon and to the wrong people. Be careful. I think what they're telling us is kind of be careful where we place our trust also this month, you know, and watch our funds, you know. We don't want, they're showing me in my head the picture of don't hand your debit card to anybody, you know, like just say, here, take this. And I don't know why they're showing, here, take this, go down to the bank and get the $10 you want to borrow because I don't have time to do it. And then the debit card and them disappear. I don't know why they're showing us that, but it feels like some of us might make that mistake, so they're showing us to not make the mistake for some reason, and because everything will change, even if it seems stable and steady. If it changes, it's for our good, because our next card here is the Nine of Swords. And I always call this the little guy in the head card. The little guy in your head that scares the crap out of you, has you up all night long, thinking and thinking in your mind, what's the bad thing that could happen next, having conversations with someone that I'm mad at, and it'll go on all night long. And then I finally realize, right, that they're sleeping. I'm the one that's not. I'm the one that's worrying about it. So this can be a valid fear, but Spirit's showing us it's going to be good, right? So there's no need to worry about it, right? These are the worries that keep us up in the middle of the night. Now, if it's valid, in order to deal with it, we'd have to have our sleep, you know, anyhow. So go to sleep and forget about the rest and get up, because it's the card of facing our fears, And a lot of times when the tiger comes to the door, I tell you guys this all the time, you're like, go away, tiger, go away. You might as well open the door, because it's not really a tiger, it's a pussycat on the other side. So if we think about it like this, if we think about it in that manner, and we have these wonderful words, creativity, we have the temperance card, the ability to blend the elements to manifest on the physical plane, the page of pentacles, right? We can use this king of swords if it's something we need. We're sticking to the facts. Our thoughts are organized. They're moving forward in an orderly manner. If we think about it, the universe has an order. It has a divine order. And we are the universe. We are part of that which has created us. So we should have it in an orderly manner too. That's wisdom. So don't let it keep you up all night long. If the fear is keeping you up too much and you think, oh, I need some help to get through this, call a friend, a trustworthy friend, and don't give them the debit card, but call the trustworthy friend. Speak it over with them. There must be something besides the fact that this is 8th house issues that has to do with finances for us Scorpios, because they keep showing me watch your accounts, pay attention to your bank balance, pay attention, don't give your debit card, don't worry so much that the account is going down, but know where your funds are going. Have that wisdom. Sometimes we build up a lot of knowledge, even if it's us. Sometimes when we have this card, we're right in the middle of having a spiritual breakthrough and a transformation too. And but they're saying most of the time when the tiger comes to the door, when you open it, it's a pussycat. So don't surrender like that. Don't surrender as in, this is the white flag, I can't do anything else, but don't waste your wisdom. Use it. Use that wisdom. We're Scorpio. We've learned a lot of lessons. We are Scorpio. Look at the people. Look at the situations. Look at, if I'm going to buy something, what is the value? What is the value? Sometimes even let's say this is the relationship. Maybe I'm not getting the value I deserve out of the relationship. Maybe that's what's keeping me up all night. Maybe I'm not, maybe it's time now to surrender, put up the white flag because it's keeping me up all night, and surrender it. Or is this the new relationship with someone who's a good counselor that can use power and authority and uses it wisely, uses it well, right? And maybe it's a quality we need to make these informed choices and decisions, and to use the wisdom that the source gave us, right? In order to create that which we want on the physical plane, not just the spiritual plane, because these are all spiritual opening cards, and maybe we're in the middle of that breakthrough and that transformation where we're going to jump across the line into what it is that we choose to become, or we are becoming as we're moving forward. It looks really exciting, but I keep getting that sense of, I thought everything was going this way, and now it went that way. That's how it feels, Scorpio. It's like, or if I have this creative endeavor and it's been going along, and sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down, sometimes it just flatlines, all of a sudden it's going to go and go out and blow through the roof and transform everything in my life for the good. Or if I take this new job, all of a sudden all of the skills that I have, right, are valued, and I can be even more productive. I can transform. Maybe I step into a new job and I transform the office place where I work. Or maybe I step into a job that is transformational for other people because I saw the value of that which I was going for. I don't know why they want us to know that this month, but they want us to know it. So, and if I sound repetitive, it's because I was. So, well, don't get too cold-hearted. Remember, our word tenderness is in there too. While we're making those choices and decisions, whoops, I didn't shuffle my little cards here. While we're making those decisions and choices, you know, understand that we are the creators of our lives and our universes, and that spirits gave us that temperance card. So be patient and write it out. Let's see what these angels cards say for us. And what do they keep telling us about knowing the value? I know you can't make this crap up, honestly. I gotta tell you, Scorpio, it says, be honest with yourself. Well, isn't that interesting? The glare got off of that card mostly. That's our card. Be honest with yourself. I can't read it because it's too dark in here. It says, look into your heart and you will know the truth of the situation. It's safe to admit the truth to yourself. We will support and guide you through any necessary changes. Lean upon us for courage and the strength to take good care of yourself and focus only upon your true desires, and they will come to you on angels' wings. Well, if that's not using our transformation word, I don't know what is. She has her hands all crossed over her chest. She really wants this. This is funny. It's funny. I was expecting something a little bit different there, and then I was like, oh my gosh, yeah. This one's like the perfect card to come forward for us because it's going to be a really transformative time where we are going to transform. But I do believe it's through seeing that value, you know, what that means to us. It'll mean something individual to each of us because we're all different Scorpios. But it says you receive this card as a gentle confrontation because the angels know you've been hiding from your own true feelings. You've probably been afraid that if you admitted how you honestly felt, you'd be overwhelmed with the feelings and faced with making some necessary changes that you feel prepared for. That's this card. That's our Nine of Swords card here. It says, yet the angels assure you that it's healthiest to face this situation with honesty. They will help you with your emotions, relationships, and any support you need to make positive changes. However, the angels remind you to focus only upon your desires and not upon your fears, so that you can attract the former and not the latter. And that's what they're saying to you. Focus on what you want, not on what you don't want. They gave us the Pentacles. They gave us the Ace of Cups. They gave us the Temperance card. They gave us that wise use of our mental abilities. It says, the situation will improve when you face it squarely. You deserve better. Trust your own feelings, even if others don't agree. Don't give away your power to others. That's why we have that King of Swords here. Avoid getting caught up in the illusion that this is the way it is. It's never the way it is. There's always capacity for transformation. Well, Scorpio, that's our reading for June, and I want to tell all of you, thank you for all of your likes and shares and subscribes and for all of your comments. I read each and every one of them, and I truly appreciate them. And to all of you that want to know more about me, all the information is down below. at the screen, on the screen, at the website, or if you want to set an appointment with me. Everything is there at the website to be able to do that. And to all of you I've met through doing these YouTube videos, and to all the people I've met through 28 years of doing readings, I want to say thank you. It's been an honor and a privilege to serve each and every one of you, and hopefully I will see you back here next month. Bye bye.